dude.
Look, dude, I don't. You need to address that guy's question because you're making shit up and you need to stop.
Oh, okay. So, do you want to talk about it?
I asked you a very simple question.
How many human wills?
Why do you think? Here, I'm gonna get to the point because I don't need to hear any more of your weird stories. So the whole point, very simply, is the reason why Mary could ask Jesus Christ to make water into wine is because she knew he was powerful. Now, the question is, or the statement is, Mary was wiping Jesus, blah blah blah, right? That's you using that as some sort of reason to aggrandize Mary, and that's weird because all mothers across the world do that for their children. I don't know why Mary would be special for doing it for Jesus. Now, if it's the case that happened, because if it's the case that Mary knew that Jesus was powerful, I'm going to ask you, when did it become evident that he was powerful? Such that it could be the case where he handled everything from the beginning, which means that he didn't have to go through that. He would not, as God, have to be subjected to that.
This is a heresy.
Now, if you think, Foxy, where the fuck are you? If it's the case that you don't know when God demonstrated his power on earth, then you can't say that it's necessarily the case that Mary engaged in that behavior.
Okay, so your claim, are you seriously trying to claim that you think that Jesus wiped his own ass when he was an infant? Is I just want to be clear. Is that what you're saying here?
Which one is this called, Matthew?
Why don't you repeat what I said?
Which one is this called, Matthew?
Instead of summarizing what I said.
Okay, so
and yet Foxy still got Bart fucking trolling like a weirdo.
Yeah, Bart, stop, and you stop mentioning my moderation.
Go fuck yourself.
Oh my god!
Thank you. Honestly, it's the kind of shit that gets muted for an entire day.
Yo, learn how. I will. If you mute me for a day, I'll go into another room. You fucking idiot.
I don't care. Stop
then
complaining.
Shut the fuck up.
Stop complaining, Concrete.
Ditto. Ditto.
For God's sake.
Topic. Let's get back on topic.
Okay. Concrete. All right. So, are you saying that you think that Jesus, by his own power, whatever that means,
what do you mean? What does that mean? Okay. You think Jesus didn't have powers?
No, he did. He did. Of course.
So what do you mean? Whatever that means,
dude. But I don't know what you mean to say by his own powers he was wiping.
The same thing you would mean. The same thing you would mean.
All right. I just want to verify here.
Wow. Do you think crazy?
Yeah, it is crazy actually.
So Jesus did. Wait, hold on, Matthew. So is it the case that Jesus had power? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, great. So if it's the case that he had power, why are you giggling like a fucking F word?
All right.
Anyway, if it's the case that he had power, so why would you shut up, you idiot?
Goodness.
So if it's the case that he had power, why do you think that this is beyond his power, such that he never needed to be subjected to that type of behavior?
So I'm gonna cite Philippians 2 here.
Oh wow, no answer yet.
Oh, this is my answer.
From Philippians and what Paul said?
Right. Yeah, that's right.
So wow. Okay.
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
You can't think for yourself, basically.
Okay. This says who. Okay. Who, though he was in the form of God, did not count equality with God as a thing to be grasped or held onto, other translations will say. But he emptied himself, taking the form of a servant, being born in the likeness of men, and being found in human form, he humbled himself, became obedient unto death, even death on a cross. Okay. Now, if Jesus humbled himself, became a servant, became a man, and humbled himself such to the extent that he died a very gruesome, very shameful death, I don't think it's a stretch to say that his mom wiped his ass when he was an infant.
Wow, you will stretch anything. Because the question is, that verse doesn't address what I'm talking about. Because even in his humbling of himself, which I agree that he did, that would just be from being God to being a man and being subject to the pain and associated temptations. Whereas saying that he didn't use his powers is what you're basically trying to say. In that instance, as an infant, is not supported by this scripture. So I'm asking you just very simple conceptual question. If it's the case that Jesus had powers, and he had powers. We don't know when he demonstrated his powers. Is it plausible to think that he never had to go through the things that a human baby would have to go through? Yes
No,
or no?
because the Bible
Why
is
not?
very clear that Jesus was a human being. He lived a human life.
Again, he had powers beyond those of you and I, such that he raised people from the dead. He had people ears reconnected to their bodies, and he turned water into wine. So I'm asking you again, based on that information, why would you think that he would be subjected to all the things of humanity, such as defecating and needing to be wiped, that he couldn't just avoid that if he wanted to?
So I'm gonna read here my response.
Oh, okay, great.
Yeah, this is my
No,
response.
don't think for yourself, bro.
No.
And
See,
just bring up irrelevant
this
scriptures
is
again.
something that I have read, and I think it's applicable here. Okay, so I am thinking for myself. This is from Saint Irenaeus, who lived in about 150.
Why should I care what he says?
Because he knew Saint Polycarp, and Polycarp
Why
was
should I
with,
care what he said?
because Polycarp was with the apostles. Okay?
Why should I care what he said? They said. Do you think
Because
it ever became? Do you think it ever became a discussion on
okay,
the baby Jesus and baby Jesus' powers amongst the disciples? You think that ever came
yeah,
up?
I
All right,
probably
so
did.
concrete. Let me ask
Wow.
concrete one question.
You will
Can I ask
say
concrete one
anything,
question?
Matthew. You will say
You know
anything.
what's
Jesus subjected himself to all different human ages for the purpose to sanctify them and to make it a life that would make people holy who imitated him. Like you can imitate Jesus just by taking a poop. You can literally do what God
yeah.
did by
So
taking a poop.
concrete. Did
Oh,
he have one will or not?
like this is what makes Christianity so cool. You're just like missing the whole point.
That was like a text that was just like big upping Jesus and how good of a baby he was.
Yeah, he was a good infant. He was an infant.
He's an infant of infants, dude.
So does that help out your case or destroy your
Yeah,
case?
I don't think anybody actually like thinks your position is coherent. Like, why would we
No,
believe?
we don't care what anybody else thinks. I'm asking for a logical argument as to why that couldn't be the case, and you have yet to give
Okay,
one.
I can't
In
give
fact,
you
Explain that it's a
in
heresy.
fact, in
Like-
Explains
fact,
that.
shut up, you idiot. In fact, HTN pointed out that if Jesus was the baby of all babies, then this falls in line, and you're ignoring that.
okay. So I can't like definitively disprove this to you. I mean, there's
All
very
right,
few.
there you
things,
go.
but
Thank
there's
you. Have a
very
nice day.
few things that we can definitively disprove.
Okay, cool. Then the argument's over,
How
right?
about this? Can you disprove that Jesus didn't have same-sex attraction?
Wow, is that what you're gonna
No,
resort
it's a
to?
serious
That's
question.
what you're gonna resort to now? Wow, that the Lord would break the commandments? That the Lord
No,
would
that's
go
not
against
what I
his
said.
own will?
That's not true.
Wow.
That's not what I
Wow,
said.
you're weird, dude.
That's not
Concrete,
what
This
I
is sad.
It's not what I said.
This is what happened.
Dude,
Fucking A, dude.
what I said was, can you disprove that Jesus didn't have same-sex attraction?
So would Jesus go against his own creation? So he created male and female, he created them, right? To
Wow.
cleave to each other. And here you are saying that Jesus, whilst creating this system, also succumbed to some male. What? Really? You have the audacity to bring that up?
Jesus created the system.
I didn't say he
Wow.
succumbed to anything. We both agreed
Wow,
Jesus
this is
was tempted.
crazy.
Dude, we both agreed Jesus was tempted for 40 days, right? And what I'm saying is, how do you know he wasn't tempted with same-sex attraction? How do you know that?
Matthew, the fact that you
No,
have the
just prove,
audacity to ask that
prove it for
question,
me, concrete.
how I know it is the consistency of the word and Jesus being sinless, you fucking idiot.
Dude, I'm not
So
saying
lust for a man
straw man.
would be a sin, you fucking idiot.
You're a straw man.
So your stupid gotcha is
You're a straw man.
stupid and it makes you look stupid. So thank you. That's how we know that Jesus didn't have male attraction, you fucking idiot. Because he was sinless, you fucking idiot.
Is it incoherent to say that Jesus was tempted?
You agree Jesus was tempted, right?
By male attraction, is that what you're saying? Because
No,
temptation
No, just
male
general.
attraction and
Relax,
temptation, male attraction and temptation are two different things.
Yeah, can we
One can be
lower?
tempted
Yeah, I'm
You
gonna
as
lower
fucking
your debate,
idiots.
man. I'm gonna lower.
Wow, Matthew, this is where you take shit when you can't make an argument. Wow, this is crazy. I gotta go. This is disgusting.
See you later.
Okay, bye.
God bless you, Concrete. I'll pray to Mary for you. Don't worry.